Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of the Ameribility podcast, Changing the Narrative. I'm here with my co host,
Elizabeth Rouse. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
and to celebrate episode 10, we've brought our special guests with us. We have Jeremy and Jada from EQ Records, and welcome to both of you.
Hi.
Hi, good to be here.
And so we're going to talk about the arts today and the arts relating to blindness. And we've been doing a lot of things actually around music and acting, which Elizabeth will talk about later. But music is really been very good to us. And we've been running workshops in Washington State. And we've just started a new program in Las Vegas, which I'm also really excited about, where I'm live from this week in Las Vegas, where it's sunny and warm and
Quit
loving life.
bragging. It's not cute.
And Elizabeth is Mrs. Grouch back in the snow.
No, there's no snow. It's rainy.
Oh, sorry. Could
Even
be worse
better.
then. Could be worse. But yeah, EQ Records has really been a driving force in the music industry for people with blindness and low vision. They've attended and performed and done music production and sound engineering and a whole bunch of other stuff at our workshops across Washington State. We did a really great one at the School for the Blind in Vancouver, Washington. Also ones in Spokane, Tacoma, Seattle, and Tri-Cities as well. Two in Tri-Cities, actually. So I'll hand it over to kind of Jada and Jeremy to talk about EQ and really what was the driving force behind EQ Records. Jeremy, of course, is the owner of EQ, and then Jada is the director, but she's also been a performer for a long time, and Jeremy's also a music producer, self-taught.
Yeah, appreciate that, Murray. Thank you for the introduction. And I would really, it's a slight correction, but I don't really consider myself the owner of EQ, just the founder. With the initial idea and concept, and it is. The full name is the EQ Records Collective, and that's why I don't, claim to have ownership, because we all own it, and as musicians and artists of all kinds are gravitating to us, we're accepting them with open arms and letting them know that there's a place for everybody, and we want all people to feel welcome. Because we're looking for collaboration. We're looking for the synergy that comes when artists get together and make music and teach music both. So the inspiration for this, Jada and I go way back, and we've both been musicians in various capacities along the way, mostly as hobby, trying to do it more so because we have that passion level. But it's a difficult industry to do as a profession. It is. There's no middle class here. And so as we've worked through this, we've found that we are great instructors, and we can really help the young artists, find those opportunities to just express themselves in music. So, long story short, we decided that we would be the coaches and the facility and the record label for youth that are either disabled or low resourced, and we aren't looking for savants. We aren't looking for the next, the best musician ever. We're just looking for people that are excited about music and enthusiastic to be making music. With the talent we have here, they can make anybody, even me, sound good. So, it's pretty incredible to just be a part of this right now at its beginning.
And let's talk about the beginning. We all got together, all of us on this podcast were at Spokane, Washington last year. The year before, actually, in 2020. What year are we in for? 2024. Time goes by. So
That's how you can tell it's the first episode of 2026, y'all. Starting off strong.
I know. I keep on saying this year when it was really last year. 2024, and we did a collaborative. So we used Jeremy's studio, which was, I guess, not really your studio, but something that you founded with Youth for Christ in Spokane. Do you want to talk about that quickly and how that collaboration came about?
Sure, and I'll try to keep it short. It's one of my favorite stories, but I've always just been try to be charitable in nature, but usually I just give donations of money. But one of my favorite places to give has always been Youth for Christ. Just giving kids more opportunities to, have safe places after school and just, to connect with each other and with just healthy lifestyles. So I was at the golf tournament and I found out that they were going to be revamping their facility, kind of an after school facility. And so I called the director because I'd heard they were going to build a music studio. So long story short, end of the conversation, I said, who's doing the music studio? And Andre says, well, apparently you are. So God bless me with just enough talent and skills to get the equipment working in the right order. And so it just kind of sparked, out of nowhere. And several years later, they were, gracious enough to allow us to use it to put on that camp.
Yeah, and I think it was a great starting point. And Elizabeth came out and did some drama. You reutilized the skate park, the indoor skate park that was in the center, and that became your drama room, which was fantastic. And you did some monologues and some other. I really like that game that you did. Was it the alphabet game?
The alphabet game, yeah, I actually yanked that off of a TV show. So I can't claim any creative credit for it, but it's a lot of improv, a lot of falling into place, and instead of half pipes, we were just cracking each other up. So skate parks have multi-purposes. So if you guys ever want to twist a little curiosity, put a room full of teenagers together and say, okay, here's your setting and your characters. Now everyone has to come up with their lines based on whatever the next letter of the alphabet is, right? So I might start with aliens, and then Jada has to go with the letter B, right? And whatever her next line is has to start with that letter. And it is hilarious to watch kids, grow in that bravado, grow in that creativity, but also just like be unafraid to just make absolute fools of themselves, right? Which is the biggest piece of art to me is there's no such thing as failure, right? You learn from everything you do and you can mold whatever you make into something great. So we had a freaking great time. It was fantastic.
Yeah, and it enabled us to really put together our first group performance. And just how that came about was amazing. And Jay, did you want to kind of talk through that? Obviously, there was a fair few people there. Brian, working music production, who now works for EQ. Anne, who is dabbling in EQ as well, who's Brian's brother. They were both there. Yourself, my brother-in-law, Chris, from Australia. And so we had quite the crew together. And it just really just fell into place, didn't it? That whole day of writing and being in the studio and acting and then the performance part of it itself just really came together. Do you want to talk about how you saw that day?
Yeah, it was incredible. And like Jeremy had said, the ethos was nobody has to have it all figured out, or, a lot of the participants were like, I don't know if I can sing. I mean, I can do this a little bit. And so we took whatever skill they already had and built upon that. And it really proved to us, we saw that Brian was able to, and Anne and everybody involved was able to just kind of pull out the best as far as the songwriting and piecing that together as a producer. I had high hopes, and I think that we like blew it out of the water.
Smashed it. Absolutely.
Absolutely crushed it. I mean, that song to this day, I can't show anybody without them crying. I cry. It was so emotionally charged. And I think it was a huge part of why EQ felt, came to be in a lot of ways. We just were like, if we could just continue to do this in a local scale, on a bigger scale, and provide these opportunities, this is amazing. So it was a huge inspiration and catalyst for us, for sure.
And we had 3 lead artists on that day, 3 lead vocalists. Yeah. And they've been a big part of the Ameribility story, doing workshops and camps. And one of those 3 has actually gone on to record with EQ. Do you want to tell me about Russell's journey?
Oh, Russell. He's our superstar. I mean, he came into that first camp that we did just guns a-blazing. He walked over to the DJ set and just started freestyle rapping. And, we were luckily all there, and we were just all like, who is this?
It was his first ever workshop. The kid's 14 years old, gets dropped off by his parents thanks for coming. We'll see you later. And he walks in the room and just starts to own it with this 5-minute continuous rap. And what we feel like he lacked in confidence, not working with us, has certainly been more than made up for in the coming years, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's insane. So Russell comes into the studio right now Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. He was just Monday, Thursday for a while there, and now we've added Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I haven't jumped in yet, but he's going to start teaching me piano on Wednesdays.
Nice.
Yep. But you know, I love coming in after work upstairs. I come down and Russell's in, and I'll just go lay on the couch and just listen to this kid go crazy on it, you know, and his tempo, his timing, his articulation. Jada was talking about this. They were freestyling together, and she threw something out at the beginning, and way later in the rap, he brought it all back. With, you know, his mind can just travel so easily and seamlessly, and I've never seen talent quite like it.
Yeah, I think just the story and how it all came together, and such different voices as well with Jake and Leeling and Russell, such different personalities, such different voices, but worked so perfectly together, actually. And the song's just amazing. And, you know, I've been trying to talk Jeremy in very quickly to releasing that song, because I think it's a great collaboration of what Ameribility and EQ do together, but also the artists. You know, they just did a magnificent performance, and even the people who were playing instruments or, you know, harmonizing, everything just kind of came together really well. So I'd love that song to be out there for everybody to hear.
Yeah,
the other thing, Marie, that I think we have to hone in on, right? We talk about this on the podcast a lot. The lived experience of these musicians who just so happen to have a disability, right?
Yeah.
Still came up with something that collectively applies to freaking everyone. Like, that song is not about blindness. It's about being who you are as a person and being unafraid to be that version of yourself. And I think that's one of the really, really impactful pieces is, you know, Jada's going to correct me if I'm wrong. Jada and Ann literally said, guys, write what you want to write, right? You know, it was sit down and just put pen to paper proverbially and go. And these kids in like 24 hours.
Yeah. I remember being upstairs in the recording studio when Leeling said these words, which ended up being the song title. And, you know, Anne was working with them and Brian was working with them. And Leeling just said, well, this is who we are. And I'm like, said to Anne, I'm like, that's got something to it, you know, and it just like played out perfectly. And that's the song title. This is who we are. And they just let it all hang out and came up with something really cool in a day that was unbelievable. So,
and you can really see each of their personalities like shine through in the pieces of the song that they got to perform. And I think that's like the cool, like I as soon as you guys started talking about Russell, the smile that takes over my face when I think about Russell is just unreal. I mean, Jake, Leeling, they're all just amazing kids who have such a unique life experience that they get to share with the world. And I think the fact that they're 14, 15, 17 years old, whatever, and unafraid to be that, like, God help the world when kids start being that confident in themselves at like 7. Okay. Cause that's going to be the day that I'm like, okay, I can retire. This is the end.
Right.
But, you know, like I'm doing this 12-week course down here in Las Vegas for job readiness and building self-confidence and increasing living skills. And we achieved that in 24 hours that I'm working a program for 12 weeks for. And there's nothing like music or drama or art to be able to bring, and sport for that matter, which I've done, obviously. There's nothing like those things to be able to bring out a person's real personality as quickly as possible. And that's a great thing to see. And, you know, what you guys are doing at EQ, I think, is only going to get bigger and better. But love to hear about like some of the other projects that you're taking on.
Yeah, for sure. So, you know, really the main initiative, my main initiative is to have an after school program available for the target audience of the disabled or low resource kids. And we have 2 main, I guess I would call our premier studios that I'd like to see those with 1 student each, at least every school day of the week, right? So 10 students that we could handle at least each week. and kind of like to start, I'd like to get to where we've got a rotation of like a fall, a winter, and a spring program, each about 10 weeks, finishing off with kind of a talent show at the end and a fundraiser that helps us to cover the next group's cost. And it doesn't matter how much we raise, I'm going to keep the lights on and keep it going, as long as I possibly can. But the more public support that we get, the more things I'm going to be able to do and artists I'm going to be able to employ to support these kids. And they come in and they're getting to play on really incredibly advanced equipment that I never got to touch as a kid, and I would have gone crazy on. So you're seeing it happen, they light up and their brains light up with it.
Yeah. So how can people get involved, Jeremy? What's the best way for them to get in touch and get involved with EQ Records Collective?
I mean, really, and this is where we are brand new, and this is unfortunately my second job. I also have to do a different job that makes me money to support this, but we're working on these channels. So on our website, eqrecords.org, right at the front, there's ability to donate, but we are looking for artists as well, or potential artists or EQ artists, whatever you want to call them, that do fit this mold of either a disability or low resource and has an enthusiasm for music, wants to be here, wants to give it a shot. And this could be making beats, spoken word, rap, singing, vocals, playing guitar, you name it. There's a lot of things involved, but probably we should have them email you as the intake, don't you think? So Jaeda, Jaeda at eqrecords.org would be the best email to send to, saying, hey, I'm interested, or I know somebody that would be interested, and we could arrange that initial conversation to see if we can get them into the program and get things cooking.
Great. And we'll put that information up on the explanation to the podcast in all of our platforms. And hey, we really appreciate your guys' time, and we think it's such a great story to talk about. And as I said, it's a great way to just be able to get people out of their box into a comfort zone that is new for them, with new experiences and really fulfilling what they want to do. And it's been so great so far that we can't wait to the next exploration that we do together in collaboration.
Yes, thank you so much, Murray.
Most definitely. Just on that note, I'll just throw in what's coming next is we are working to build a stage, and we'd like to use that stage. Possibly we might be doing a music theater thing, but I would really like to have an all ages concert venue where we got these kids performing on a regular basis. Kids are coming down to see them. It's a safe place for kids to express themselves and to enjoy their peers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anytime you have that expression and that free expression in a supportive environment, I think it's contagious. So absolutely, we're looking forward to more to come. And hey, thanks you guys. You've been great collaborators and great supporters. And we hope that at least shining a light in a broader sense on what you're doing can get you more support.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Take care, you guys.
Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Good timing.
So, Jaeda. Lizzie.
I've been called way worse. This is fine.
You have?
Oh yeah, today I work with children.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot.
I'm just kidding.
I really wanted Lizzie to be able to have a segment of the show where she talks about what kids said to her each week, and I wanted to kind of take it down and then have a segment of the show where we kind of say, hey, this is what feedback we got from students this week. And now I'm doing my 12-week course. I can also do that. I think we should do that for the next podcast.
I mean, I've got 2 right now if you want.
Okay, you go.
Okay. So I'll go most recent to most roasted. Okay. So on Monday, first day back from Christmas break, I had a 5th grade boy look at me. Mind you, this is like my happy kid. Like, this is the kid that I'm like, hey, dude, let's go run laps in the gym. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, he's so excited all the time. Okay. He looks at me on Monday and he goes, you're making me mad. And I was like,
like crazy or angry? Do we get
no, he just said I made him mad, like angry. And I was like, dog, what did I do? Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. So I came back to school yesterday and I was like, okay, buddy, my goal today is to not make you mad. And he goes, okay, I'm glad you're working on it. And I was like, what? So whether a man is 10 or 35,
Oh, come
I'm
on
going to make him
now.
happy.
Come on. You don't need to play the gender card. That's not.
That was so funny. But okay, the other one that I love, and I'm still trying to figure this one out. Okay. Another fifth grade boy looks at me halfway through the month of December and he just goes, yeah, you look like a cat person. And I was like,
That's
what?
that's never a compliment, by the way.
Well, and here's my thing is I'm like, okay, are you telling me that my cat hair is all over me? Because like, yes, Wrigley sheds don't come for him, so do I. Okay, like don't be judgy. But like, what does that mean? What does it mean that I look like a cat person? And I'm just not sure I'm brave enough to have that question answered for
Well,
myself.
I would be very happy to answer that question for
No,
you.
thank you. I would prefer that you not because you didn't make the comment, so you don't get to be mean to me.
There's universal cat lady things
No,
that you need to be aware of, I think.
it was iconic. I was like, you guys keep me humble. That's for sure.
Well, I've got a young adult in my class
Mhm.
that calls when you do something good, it's a W, and when you do something that's not so good, it's an L, right?
It's because those are wins and losses.
Wins and losses, yeah.
Mhm.
But when you do something really good, it's W, low key, bro. Or if it's like not so good, it's L, low key, bro. And we have three female staff, and
Mhm.
I'm encouraging him not to call the female staff bro because it is an acronym that you want to be able to. I said, you got two sisters, right? Do you call them bro? And he's like, yeah. And so we kind of, go back to the middle and start again.
Bro's not an acronym.
Well, I mean, it can be.
No, bro. What does bro stand for? An acronym means it stands for something. So BRO would have to stand for three separate words.
Right.
Like ASAP, as soon as possible. That's an acronym. Bro's not an acronym. It's short for brother.
It does stand, well, yeah.
Yeah, that's not an acronym.
That's what I meant, though.
I know. I'm just letting you know you're wrong and I'm right.
An
So
acronym for brother.
yeah.
Well, that's why you're an English teacher and I am not.
It's true. It's
Yeah,
true. My kids are reading Hello Universe right now. It's a pretty cute book. There's a guinea pig in it, so I'm liking it so far.
Fifth graders.
Yep, fifth and sixth graders.
Oh, way to ramp it up.
Yeah, my
You
little
need
monsters.
novels.
All right,
All right,
they're on
Lizzie.
their, what are they on their third book this year? I keep them busy, man. We don't mess around.
Well, more importantly, Lizzie, what book number did you finish on when we were last speaking in December? You're on was it 113, 123, something like that?
No, you're overestimating me. My goal was 120.
Yeah.
I think I was somewhere in the 90s the last time we talked.
No, I think
and
you were definitely over 100. I feel
we're
like
gonna have to go watch our own podcast to find out.
I feel like the 3 is what I'm thinking about.
Well, I got to 110. My final number was 110, but here's what I'll tell you, and this is the part that I impressed myself with, is I was at 107 2.5 days before the end of the year. And I was like, 107 out of 120 is a gross number. I don't like that. I need to hit like a more rounded number. So in 2.5 days, I finished 3 books. So I was very busy. I had 20 minutes to spare on New Year's Eve.
Wow.
So yes, got the job done. I haven't finished a single book this year yet. So I'm kind of pathetic right now, to be honest. It's the 7th. I should be doing better.
I feel like my New Year's Eve was worse than yours. I spent 9 hours in the ER, and
What'd you do to yourself?
only got seen at 11 o'clock and got out by 11:40. So I had 20 minutes to spare before New Year's Eve.
What did you do to yourself?
Well, it's an interesting story. I don't actually know, but my left heel decided to blow up. Like literally, I had a blister the size of my whole heel and couldn't put any weight on my foot. Yeah, it was not good, but it wasn't infected. They did an x-ray. There was like nothing bad happening, but this is what they told me. Well, we're just going to wrap it because we don't want to get rid of the fluid that's on it because that might be bad. So in actual words, we're not going to treat you. We waited you 9 hours. Now we're in. Now you're out. Bye-bye. And so the same thing happens to me the next day. Yes, because I went to someone who fixed it. Can I just say the challenge with the healthcare system in the United States of America is that nobody actually wants to treat you. Nobody wants to
Yeah,
fix
it's crazy.
the actual problem. I went to 3 different people to get a solution. And when I got a solution, it was good. It was good, no problems.
Did they just pop it?
Yes, it was not comfortable.
Ew. Nope. Okay, never mind. I don't want to have a conversation anymore. Ew.
You brought it up.
That's so gross, though. I mean, like, good. I'm glad you're feeling better, but like,
Yeah,
bleh.
thanks. I can tell that you're really happy for me.
I am. I'm really happy for you. I just don't want to think about pus coming out of your heel.
All righty. No,
See?
no P words. Come on. It's a family
Purple.
show.
Purple.
Purple.
That's
All
a P
right,
word.
so Lizzie,
All right.
glad you got to 110 books. That's phenomenal. I'm glad that
Thank you. It's my goal again this year.
my book was not in those 110, by the way.
It would break my rating system. It would be a 6 out of 5, and I just couldn't handle it.
It's sad. It's very sad. But what are you doing with NFB? So for those who don't know or haven't been paying attention, Elizabeth Rouse is on the board of the Arts and what?
It's the Performing Arts Division of the National Federation of the Blind.
There you go.
Yes.
She hooked me in because when I went to for her first session 2 years ago, I walked up and was ready to pay my $10, $5, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I happened to just say to her, can I pay in cash? Oh my God, where's your accent from? You got to talk more Australian. And then she paraded me outside of the building, outside of the room, talk some Australian. And then the friend that she had wasn't getting it. And she's like, you're not doing good enough. So from then on, we were besties. I mean, how could you not like someone like that, right?
I told him to hit her with some accent, and she had to figure out where he was from. So
didn't she say, "Aren't you English first?" Isn't
it was probably her fault, honestly. Like she should have known.
I was clearly Australian.
I mean, I literally had you say shrimp on the bobby. Like right. You can't anymore Australian. And you know what? You should be honored. I wanted to be seen with you in public. That's a reward.
We don't call it shrimp, though. This is an Americanism. This is like Foster's, right? We do not drink Foster's beer in Australia. This is for America, right? Shrimp on the barbie is American. We call them prawns for a start, not shrimp.
Prawns?
Prawns. How come you sound very English when you say something that's Australian?
I don't know.
You've got to elongate the word, okay? It's like prawns.
Prawns.
No, there's not an R in it. It's an or. It's prawns.
Prawn.
Oh my gosh. You call yourself an actress. What the heck?
No, I don't. I hate acting. You know this.
Tell us about your adventure on Alice in Wonderland. I want you to tell everybody.
My adventure on Alice in Wonderland?
Didn't you tell me that you played a part in Alice in Wonderland?
I did, yeah. Okay, so I've been a theater kid since I was little. I think the first role, you'll love this. I think the first role I ever remember being cast in was I was a witch in Hansel and Gretel. So like I ate children for fun.
Boom, they got you.
It's crazy. I was like typecast.
Yeah.
So I loved theater when I was a little kid. Continued to, play various roles when I was in high school. And I was oh my gosh, I was in Into the Woods and Alice is Through the Looking Glass my freshman year. I would say the most elaborate stage makeup I've ever gotten to be in was in Alice is Through the Looking Glass. I was a fish footman. And we had a frog footman and a fish footman. And one of us was blue and one of us was green. So I swear to you, I'm like the long lost fourth in the Blue Man group. Like I was everything. My face.
That's appropriate. I'm in Las Vegas and I have seen the Blue Man group. Have you been to the Blue Man group show?
They're phenomenal. Yes.
They are funny. They're very funny.
They're hilarious. And it's never
quite visual though. How did you go?
I went with my middle school band and I was just close enough that I could see, a fair amount of, even if it's like paint splatter, right? You just buy into chaos. It's just fun.
Yeah.
But yes, so I was in that in college. I was the narrator in Beauty and the Beast. I was in, you'll love this one too. I was in a crossover between Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream and Jersey Shore. It was called Midsummer Jersey. And I had my hair bumped, no joke, 8 inches off my head. Like it was wild.
Were you you in craving the character Snooki? Were you living it? Did you?
I had a spray tan and
for it? Like, did you get in character for it?
I had a spray tan. I had the accent. I was the only person in our high school cast who could keep the accent the whole time. And I was one of the star-crossed lovers. So I had a pretty big role. It was a blast.
Please tell
Absolutely.
me, please tell me there are photos of that.
I'll see if I can find one for you. There definitely is.
Yes, I think you definitely need to find a
Yeah, I
photo
will.
of you
I
with,
will literally spend the
with
next like
Jersey
hour of my
hair and a
life.
spray tan. I would pay to see it.
I will find it for you, 110%. But you have to
Go.
promise me you're not going to post it on the internet.
No,
I mean,
of
it's
course.
already on the internet, but
Yeah.
yes.
Just
So I'll find
visualize
that for you.
everybody. Visualize the
It
hair.
was crazy. It was crazy. I will find it for you.
All right. Good job.
And then after Midsummer Jersey, I was in a show called Still Life with Iris, which was more of a kids show, and I was a pirate. And then Army,
How
exactly.
did you say R?
I don't actually think I ever had to say the word R.
Oh,
Yeah. I did have a telescope though, and you could
Did
tell it
you-
was like a low budget high school production because it was definitely like a spray painted.
plastic.
It was like
Oh.
a spray painted paper towel roll.
Oh. Did you have a spray tan for that one?
No, I did not.
Did you have an
I
eye
did
patch?
get a spray tan for my junior year prom though. So
Did
like
you have an eye patch?
I might have. I don't remember actually.
All right.
Anyway, but yeah, so after I graduated high school, I kind of left acting behind, fell into a theater degree because I just loved the way that the professors taught the classes. And that's when I kind of started dabbling in other things, right? I've done directing, I've done acting, I've been a lighting designer, I've been a stage construction, person, all sorts of different things. And really just kind of learned to dabble, right? I mean, I'm a curious thinker. I like to figure out how things work. So when I joined the National Federation of the Blind, when I was getting ready to be a junior in high school, or excuse me, a junior in college, one of the groups that really enticed me was the Performing Arts Division, in part because the Performing Arts Division was teaching ballroom dancing lessons at that convention, and I had a 6'7" ballroom dancing partner, and we learned to tango. So we just had a blast.
So Dancing with the Stars is calling.
Dancing with the Stars is calling. They're gonna have to leave a couple voicemails because your girl can only tango. But yeah, no. So I really started enjoying, spending time with the people who were on the board. When I got off of the National Student Division board, I was like, okay, I have somewhere else to devote my time and energy to. So now I'm the secretary of our board, and we do any number of things throughout the year. Even last year at our national convention, we actually did a swing dance workshop. We've done self-advocacy workshops about how to navigate being like a performing artist with a disability, things of that nature. We just had an audio engineering 101 membership call, and we're actually getting ready in February to do an introduction to Braille music. So we cover so much ground. We have a lot of fun. We've got a lot of different creative hearts involved in our projects. And we're actually getting ready to launch a fundraiser where we have some of our members and some of our friends singing and delivering either vocal or instrumental telegrams for the holiday of Valentine's Day, which I think is commercialized and lame, but like good for everyone else, I guess. So yeah, I have a lot of fun.
Can I ask you something about Valentine's Day? Because I think it's very different in countries around the world. So in Australia, Valentine's Day is simply for like couples, married, dating, it's a couple thing. Here in America, it seems like it's just open season. You can send your family Valentine's Day cards. And I just want to clarify something. I was in the Salt Lake City, Utah airport on the 3rd of January. And I came sitting across from my brother and sister who were a little bit Valentine's-y. And it was a bit scary. So for those two people in the airport in Salt Lake City, I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day as brother and sister. And yeah, so I just don't get
like
quite
step siblings.
Yeah,
that's like a trope.
I don't know, but it was a bit scary, to be honest with you. So
it is
I feel like
very
it's
much
different.
a family thing in the States.
Yeah, in Australia it is definitely not.
It's definitely different. I will tell you though, it's also like, and this is maybe the reason that I'm just not crazy about like super commercialized holidays. Like I like Christmas for the Christmas piece, not the 6-foot inflatable. What did you have in your yard, Frosty?
Actually, it was a 14-foot.
Frosty.
And I have big news. We won.
Did you save it?
We won the Neighborhood Lights show, even though we didn't actually enter it. we got a card on our doorstep from the HOA of the neighborhood saying, "Thank you for your fantastic light display. You have won the neighborhood Christmas lights competition."
Okay, what did you win? Like bragging rights?
No, we got like I don't know. It was like a little hamper thing that Temmie took away, and I never saw. But regardless of that, we
That's
won.
so funny.
I mean, I'm thinking.
Congratulations! I'm so happy for you.
I'm actually thinking, maybe the light fight show, is that what they call that Christmas show? Have you seen light fights on television for Christmas?
No.
No, there's a show like a competitive Christmas lights competition, and we
You
would
should
have to
enter.
spend
I believe in you.
we'd have to spend a lot of money to enter. They win $50,000 if they win, but I'm sure their decorations are probably about $200,000. So it's a little to gain a lot. But
Woo!
yeah, it was good to win.
Yes.
To win. The 14-foot Frosty the Snowman,
Well,
I
I'm
felt like
glad
got
you
us
won.
over. Yeah, 14-foot Frosty got us over the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I will tell you, Valentine's Day is very commercialized. My dad definitely did the whole, like, I'm going to get my daughter Valentine's Day stuff when I was little, but I think maybe this is like compassionate or whiny. I don't really know. I think Valentine's Day is a really great way to force people to remember that they're single. And if people are at a stage in life where they're not comfortable with that reality, that can kind of suck. So I'm a huge fan of doing something that makes you happy, right? Because ultimately, like, you're supposed to love yourself. So I always tell people I celebrate February 15th, which is National Discount Chocolate Day. But to each their own. I've done Galentine's Day before. I've gone out with a bunch of my girlfriends. I've just never really made it a big deal, but I think it's to each their own, whatever floats your boat. I ain't gonna sink your ship. So
I think you should take your dating profile, and what you should do is for this Valentine's Day, you should swipe right on someone who you would normally swipe left on, and then ask them out on a date, and then tell us about that on the podcast. That would be fantastic.
So no, exclusively because I'm not putting the cart ahead of I'm not putting the cart ahead of the horse here. I am texting, exchanging some messages, some votes with a gentleman that I met on the app. So
whoa.
Yeah, we'll see. I haven't met him in person yet. I'm thinking about maybe doing it on Saturday. If I go missing, y'all know where to look. Look in my Hinge profile.
Along those lines, actually, we're in an Airbnb in Las Vegas at the moment, and it's not exactly in the best part of town. Let me just say that. We have to go through 3 padlocks to get to our Airbnb. So
what you're saying is if you go missing, I should call
your Airbnb. If I go missing, then yes, we were in a similar position.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately,
well,
it's true.
I guess this is the last episode of the podcast, guys.
I love Las Vegas, and the apartment itself is fantastic, but it's just not in the best part of town. But you take the good with the bad. It's close to the Center for the Blind, the Nevada Center for the Blind. And I have to thank DETR, which is the agency, the Department of Services for the Blind here in Las Vegas and across Nevada. And the Blind Center of Nevada, who have been really great collaboration partners for CareerSphere, my program in Las Vegas. So the 3 participants that we have for the trial of the program are doing really great. And we've had a great fun first week.
Good. I'm very glad.
And my vitamin
a little bit of
water is
FOMO.
giving me the hiccups. But anyway.
I have a little bit of FOMO because I want to be there, but I'm so glad you're having fun.
Good. You have to fill out your fingerprints first.
Didn't you tell me I had to get fingerprinted like forever ago? Is that what this was for?
That's what this is about. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You did your online courses. You did your online courses and you submitted your resume, which all got approved, but you didn't do the background check and the fingerprints. So
to be fair, I don't think you ever told me where I was supposed to go.
Oh, well, that's not true. I tell you where to go all the time.
Family show, Murray. Family show.
I meant to the fingerprinting place.
Do your resource share so I can get rid of you.
Okay. All right. My resource share today is that I want to do a bit of a plug. There's a lot of cool things that come to help people through apps. And I think sometimes as people with blindness and low vision, we tend to put ourselves in a box and do what feels comfortable. And so I challenge anybody with any kind of disability to take yourself out of your box and try something new. This week we did 2 new things. We did NDVA or NVDA, which is a free.
NVDA.
Yes, NVDA is correct, which is a free voice program. And I quite liked it. It was easy to use, easy to learn, which was great. And there was a couple of people who exclusively did magnification and tried it. And I wouldn't say loved it, but they at least tried it and saw the value of voice. And along those lines, today we talked about voice to text and how that's kind of taking over the world and making things more convenient. But we all love to write, and it's what we've done for all of our lives. So that's what we do. And so the message is change it up a little bit. Do something that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, that is new for you, and experiment with things. You know, give yourself the ability to try something new and something different. It might not necessarily be bad, and you might be surprised about how much you like it.
Okay, I like that one. That one's good. Challenge yourself, step outside your comfort zone, be brave. It's 2026. YOLO.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I am not one for New Year's resolutions. I think they're really stupid.
No,
I am the
I'm
person
glad I
that's
didn't
like,
ask you about your New Year's resolution. I actually did a
I'm the
TikTok
person
video
if you're gonna
this
change
week
your life,
asking
do
about
it
New Year's
now.
resolutions, and I was very underwhelmed with the response that I got. So I think everybody's in your part of the conversation.
If you're gonna change your life, do it on a random Tuesday. Don't wait until January 1st to do it. Sorry, that's my hot take. Okay. However, new habits. If you have not figured out that I love to read yet, spoiler alert, I love to read.
Hang on. You just told everyone that you read 110 books last year. I'm pretty sure
they weren't listening.
that's going to allow them to believe that you love to read. I mean, even for the people that you have to hit over the head with something, that's going to tell them that you love to read 110 books in a year.
Do you pick on anybody else as much as you pick on me, or am I special?
I mean, it's more fun to you, but I do pick on other people. The guy who says bro all the time and WL, I do pick on him a lot. And he did tell me today that he thinks it's respect. So mad love, bro, that I pick on him. He loves to be razzed, as he says.
So W low key big or whatever you said.
W low key, bro.
W low key, bro.
Okay. My rizzing.
Can I go back to my resource share now, or
absolutely?
Do you
I will
be
very quiet.
Oh, for like 2 seconds. Okay, so if you have not made yourself a challenge for the annual book reading challenge, which is a thing that apparently people do, and I'm not one of them. Goodreads.
Surprise. Oh, sorry.
Goodreads is an app, totally free, super easy way to track what you are reading, when you are reading it, when you complete it. I got my mom onto it last year, so I can't tell you could be friends with my mom on Goodreads because that'd be weird. However, moms are on it, so it's pretty cool. And I will tell you, it's very accessible for anyone who needs screen reader usage. I am a voiceover user, absolutely works pretty flawlessly. And the thing that I've discovered is if you follow your favorite authors when they release new books, you get an email about them, which I find super helpful because I don't always stay like up to date on when, new releases are coming out. So if you have not got online and set your challenge, even if you're like I read like 2 books a year, Elizabeth, like set yourself a goal of 5 and just see what happens. My mom was nervous to set her goal at like 12, and I think she ended up at like 27. So I'm converting the masses. Everyone go download Goodreads. And you can follow me on Goodreads if you want, but you'll also probably be able to creep on my mom that way. So maybe don't follow me on Goodreads.
Wow. This is taking a dark turn. It's taken a very, very dark turn. All right. So
whatever.
Next week, Lizzie, you get to do the intro.
I'll start practicing.
Start practicing now.
Does that mean today I get to do the outro?
Sure. But before we do that, what did you get for Christmas?
I got a harmonica.
Can you play it?
Not yet. So this is really wholesome, actually. So my grandpa, my mom's dad, he played the harmonica his entire life. And one of some of my most distinct memories of like being a little kid were my grandpa playing Red River Valley or like Jimmy Crack Corn on his harmonica. So I asked my mom and my dad this year to get me a harmonica so I could see if I could learn some of my grandpa's favorite songs to play for my grandma. And I can make noise with it, and that's about as far as I've gotten to date. However, I do own it. I am ready for the challenge. Watch out, world. Here I come.
Okay. I do like some harmonica.
Yeah.
I think that there's two instruments that should be played more in songs. One is the trumpet and one is the harmonica.
Trumpets go hard. I played the trumpet in middle school, man. Good times. Then I got braces and my lucrative career went down the toilet.
Okie dokie. Oh,
Yep.
by the way, that's my new favorite saying, okie dokie. For
Okie
those of
dokie.
you who love Fallout, play the video game Fallout, or watch season 1 of Fallout, season 2 just got released, and I am addicted to Fallout at the moment.
Great.
So the girl who plays the lead character, Lucy McLean, Ella Purden, I want to say. Yeah, she has this saying, okie dokie, and it's just like stuck with me. And so now I'm saying okie dokie all the time. It's fantastic.
There you go.
Mm.
Yes. Harmonica. And then I'll also tell you my other favorite gift this year is my brother got me an Amon-Ra St. Brown Lions jersey. So
Oh, nice.
yes. I've already worn it twice. I'm thriving over here. So
Pity they missed the playoffs.
please don't talk to me about it. I'm not ready. But I am ready for baseball season.
Yes. I will tell you that out of my 50 fantasy teams this year, I did win 8 leagues, and I only finished last in 1 league.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So 8 out of 50 is not where I want to be, actually. I want to be at least like 10 to 15, but
Yeah, that'd be 20 plus %. So
I had
you
a
got
lot,
work to do.
I had a lot of injuries this year, so I don't feel too
So
bad.
did I.
Yeah.
Same.
Awesome.
Same. So we'll see playoffs unfold this weekend. But did you get anything good for Christmas this year?
I did. I got lots of good stuff for Christmas. I got a lot of stuff on my phone actually, like the things that you plug in as a battery to the bottom, personal external hard drive that you can plug into your phone,
Oh,
a new
interesting.
stand for it. So
Mhm.
yeah, I got some new stands. I'll tell you what the best thing I actually got is I use my iPad a lot. And so I got a stand for my iPad, which actually I'm doing the podcast on right now. I don't have to worry about raising desks anymore and putting desks down. I can just use this stand and I can sit in any chair and I can do the podcast, and it fits me perfectly. So I do love my stand, and I'm actually swapping the stands out now because I have an Australian iPad where I have Australian content on, and an American iPad which I have an American content on. So right now, Australia are playing England in the last cricket test of the series. We won the series, by the way, no doubt about that.
I'm happy for you.
But yeah, so this is the last day of the last test. So I will actually go and watch the cricket after this to see Australia again beat England. Hello to all the Poms.
There you go. I'm really happy for you. Now, may I do the outro?
Now you may do the outro, Elizabeth.
Well, thank you so much, friends, for joining us for episode 10 of Changing the Narrative. We will be back again next week with some more elaborately hilarious content, probably full of Murray making fun of me, but it'll be worth it. Drop us a comment. Let us know what you got for Christmas. Drop us some topic suggestions. Tell us what you want to know, and we would love to tackle it with you, for you. Any other preposition you want to throw in there, and join us next time for another episode of Changing the Narrative.
Ciao.